We bought the 3 best-selling trail cameras on Amazon to see how they stack up against each other. The Moultrie Edge Cellular Trail Camera, Tacticam Reveal X 2.0, and the Dargahou 4K trail camera that we're just going to call the 4K camera from now on. Be sure to stay to the end of the video because we're going to do a roundup and give the best and worst overall features of each camera and which one is our favorite and why. These two are cellular. This one is not. This is just a regular trail camera that takes SD cards. You cannot get cell service with this. Incidentally, this one doesn't take SD cards and it only works off of cellular. It does say it has some internal storage, but I can't find anywhere in the information how much internal storage it has. Let's open these up and see what's inside. This was a 2-pack, 2 cameras, 2 straps, and an instruction book. Extra pieces. Reveal X by Tacticam. Cellular antenna, instruction book. Here's the SIM card. Interesting, these don't have a SIM card. Alright, let's go with the Dargahou 4K. So what I see right out of the box, the Moultrie has a strap for a cable lock on the front of it. The Tacticam has a cable lock on the back. The Dargahou has no spot for a cable lock. There's no way to lock this up to the tree. Yeah, if you don't know what a cable lock is, some people also just call them Python locks by the brand name, but these are made by Master Lock. These are a must for trail cameras if you're out where there's a lot of people or you're out in public woods. The cable just slides in here and locks your trail cameras to a tree. I've had people try and cut these off before with a knife, and you're not cutting through that with a knife. All of them have the standard camera mount on the bottom. All come with a strap. The antenna on the Tacticam seems to be much larger than the Moultrie. And the Tacticam antenna is replaceable, which is a benefit because where we live at there's lots of bears. And I have a feeling these antennas may not fare well against bears. This is our setup. We're putting all 3 trail cameras on the same tree. I intentionally chose a wooded area instead of an open field because we don't put any of our trail cameras in the open field, and I wanted to see how well they did in the normal operating conditions which we operate the trail cameras in. It's going to be a little bit tougher for them to pick up movement and animals in these conditions because there's only a few narrow openings on the side where the animals will come in. On the other side it's pretty open and they should be able to pick it up fairly quickly. So we couldn't just come out here and set them up because the Moultrie camera is non-functional without a plan. And for us, that is a huge drawback because you have to have cellular service for the camera to operate, and half of our cameras don't have cell service. So that's going to really limit where you're going to be able to put the camera. So that's a huge thing to take into consideration. Also, if you live outside of the US or Canada, the Moultrie cameras will also not be functional because there's no plans outside of North America. So the Moultrie cameras only work where there's cell phone service inside of the US and Canada. Outside of there, they're non-functional. Take that into consideration. So this is our setup. Let's see, 100 feet upside down. We got a pie plate out here at 100 feet. And then we have another pie plate at 80 feet. 80. So we start with a series of tests, just walking in at different distances to see if the cameras pick up the movement. All the cameras picked me up from this distance without a problem. So for the mid-range test, we recruited our handy helpers here, our cows. So you can see the Tacticam triggered a little bit later. I'll have to go back and look at the settings, especially for the video. The animal was already through the picture and its head was cut off before it triggered. You can see the trail they're walking on. It had a long time to trigger before it actually started. You can see the Moultrie got the fastest pickup of the three cameras. I don't have video for the Moultrie because I'm limited on the amount of videos I can get per month, so I didn't want to waste them on pictures of my cows. So for the long range test, none of the cameras picked me up between the 80 and 100 pie plates out there. And when I walked just short of the 80-foot pie plate, where I should be in the range of all three cameras, only the Moultrie picked me up at this distance. But that's understandable because I'm coming in through a lot of trees and there's only narrow gaps where the cameras can see me between the trees. So one thing I will say, the Moultrie is the only one of the cameras that picked up this cat on video. I did leave the settings at the factory level for sensitivity on all of the cameras though, so it is possible to turn up the sensitivity on the Tacticam and the 4K. So for the image quality, it wasn't even close. The 4K camera had the lowest image quality. The Tacticam, I really like the pictures on that. I think the color's good. I'd say that's the winner. The Moultrie also takes really good pictures. I think the color's a little bit better on the Tacticam though. I like the video quality on the 4K the best, but my wife thought the Tacticam was better. The 4K night video quality isn't quite as good, but you can see something interesting happens here. The lights kick on from the Tacticam and it makes it a lot better. That leads me to believe the IR lights are a little weak on the 4K. I think both the daytime and the nighttime video on the Tacticam came out really good. The Moultrie video is good. I don't think it's quite as good as what the Tacticam or the 4K is, but I would still say it's good quality video. I don't have any nighttime video of the Moultrie because I don't want to use up all of my downloads for the video. The 4K camera cost $56.98. The Tacticam Reveal X 2.0 was $99, and the Moultrie Edge was a 2-pack. That together was $99, but it came out to $49.50 per camera. Now for the cellular plans, the 4K camera is real easy. It doesn't have a plan, so it costs nothing, but you get no pictures on your phone. Tacticam Reveal X 2.0 is $9 a month for unlimited pics, and additional $9 a month if you want unlimited HD downloads of video or pictures. The Edge Moultrie, I'm paying $16.99 a month for it. You get unlimited pics, and it includes 50 HD downloads per month. That does expire every month. There are other plans for these cameras, but these are the plans that I'm going with right now. Here are the other plans for the Tacticam. There are also add-ons you can get to get unlimited HD downloads, pictures, video, or a combination of the two. Here are the current plans for the Moultrie camera. Again, I got these right off the website. So the pros for the 4K camera: it has the best daytime video, it has an internal viewing screen on the inside of the lid, and it stays in daylight mode longer than all the other cameras. Probably a half hour in the morning and a half hour in the evening, so about an hour per day. So the cons are: it has the worst nighttime video quality, it has cheap latches on the cover that feel flimsy and they might break in the near future, and there's no holes for a cable lock. So the Tacticam Reveal X 2.0, the pros: it takes the best daytime and nighttime video. It also can sync with your cell phone, so you can view the screen on your cell phone. And it also works without a plan. You can use it just like a non-cellular camera. So the cons for the Tacticam, it's really just one. It's the most expensive camera in our test here. Now for the Moultrie Mobile Edge. The pros: it's the most inexpensive with an asterisk, because I did have to buy two of them to get it at that price. The camera feels solid. It feels like it's the most heavy duty of the three. And the HD video is included in the cellular plan without an add-on. For the cons, and this is probably the biggest one, it will not work without a monthly subscription. There's no SD card. It only has 8 megabytes of internal memory. And there's no SIM card, so it will not work outside of North America.
So which one is the best trail camera out of the three? I guess it depends on what you want to use them for. So I feel like I kind of need to talk about what we use ours for and how we use them. And that plays into the decision for us. So we put our trail cameras out and we leave them out all year round. But we only use the cellular function during deer season, because it's nice to be able to go back and set your camera where you're going to be hunting at and get pictures on your phone and not have to go in there and disturb the area and leave a bunch of scent around. And that is the only time of the year that we use the cellular function. For the rest of the year, we just use the SD cards in the trail cameras. And it's kind of nice to go out into the woods, go out into a hike, check your SD cards, see what you have on your trail cameras, and it's kind of like Christmas, and you get to see what you got. So, with that being said, the Moultrie cameras are not an option for us, because you have to pay to leave the service on to be able to get anything off of your cameras. And we frankly don't have the money to pay $18 a camera for 15 different cameras to leave them run all year round. So the Moultrie cameras are out for us, but if you wanted a camera just to use for a few months out of the year, it wouldn't be a bad camera. And the Moultries had the best pickup of the three cameras we tested, as in they got the animals framed the best, and they did the best job getting all of the animals across the cameras. That being said, we won't be using them because you can't use them as a non-cellular camera with an SD card. So it comes down to, for us, the Tacticam and the 4K camera. And the 4K camera, the fact that you can't lock it up to a tree is a huge drawback for us, because where we live at, there's a lot of people out in the woods, a lot of people out in private woods. We've got people in our own woods come out of the woods in the middle of the day carrying a sack that shouldn't be there. So we lock all of our trail cameras up. Doesn't matter where they're at, we put a lock on them. And the fact that the 4K camera doesn't have a place to put a Python lock, put a cable lock on it, we probably won't be buying a whole lot of those. And I'll keep the one we got. We'll use it. There's a few places where I think I can slip it in where there's no evidence of human traffic. It's 4 hours in and 4 hours out. So I don't think anybody's going to bother it back there. We've never had any problems with our cameras back there. So we're gonna put it back there. So that leaves the Tacticam. The Tacticam seems like a real good camera. It takes good video both during the day and night. That's mainly what we're interested in, is video. We don't do a whole lot of pictures anymore because we started putting our videos on YouTube. It's early in the morning. The sun hasn't quite cleared the mountain yet, so there might be some deer out here. We do mainly video, so that's really what we're going for. So I would say the Tacticam would be the best camera for us. So it really depends on what you want to use it for. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What kind of cameras do you use? Why you like them? Or why you don't like them and what you're switching to. You can check out our other videos here.